What's going on, everyone? Back at it again. I took a little break. Been busy at work. So let's get busy. We got stuff to do. I was also waiting on some parts here. So I took a little break with these videos. I cannot afford to take any breaks because I got so much that I got to do and I'd like to put out there. All right. Doing these videos does slow me down. Sometimes, man, I just feel like not doing any videos and just do my own thing, man. I want to have fun too. All right, doing videos. You guys know that sometimes doing videos takes away from the fun, especially if you have a lot going on at once. Doing videos can slow a person down, But anyways, look, so much has been going on over here. It's been just a couple of days. Listen, I can have videos every day, 2 times a day. That's how much shit I got. That's how much stuff, I got going on here. All right. But now, since we're getting closer to the holidays, I have to start cleaning up. I cannot start any other projects after this. All right, because we got to clean up this basement. I'm gonna move stuff around. This is where I usually have my family come over here for Christmas Eve. I understand. So let's get busy with this. Let's get back at it. So anyway, a couple of things that I did not show on the video is I added these here on the rear. All right, so this is the part number for these pieces that I'm using on my Baja Q. All right, I did not show doing this on the video, but come on, it's simple. Another thing is I use these hubs, extended hubs here. I love vertical. I'm not a fan of this here. All right, this here, if you remove this O-ring, there's a pin, and if this O-ring breaks or splits, you're gonna lose the pin, and then your wheel's gonna fly off. So I'm much happier with the screw that goes into your hub that holds your pins. I'd rather have that. All right, so if this is what I'm using, here's the part number. All right, and what I may do in the future is drill a hole through here. Okay, and tightening that way. If you drill a hole through here, I could use my 3mm hex head wrench and tighten up the pin. So there's no need for this crap, or this will be like a double protection. You understand? So either you can leave it or whatever, but I'd rather have Loctite on the hub screw that holds the pin. I'd rather have that. All right, so anyways, I put the hub screw back in somewhat snug. So when I did reinstall the pin, I had to actually press it on. So it's not completely loose. All right, so I'm praying that that'll do something. It's better than nothing. But I'm telling you right now, if I lose this hub for any, say you're driving, you're running, you're beating on your stuff, if for some reason this O-ring breaks and that pin comes out and my wheel flies off, that's it. I'm either going to take them out, use the Rovin ones or the King Motor ones, or drill a hole through these vertical ones so I can get to my my screw here that holds the pin. Understand? So I did that without showing it on video. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up. All right. Now, here's the engine. I did not get any further. All right. I was gonna put a new clutch. I was gonna do a new spring, but no. I'm gonna reuse the same clutch. Okay. I'm just going to use a fan out behind it. Just got these parts. I want to do a big shout out to Foundry RC. That's my friend Gary. You guys know Gary, right? And Steve at DDM, all right? Because I got these parts on a good deal on Black Friday week sale. That whole week, all right? I should have got more stuff. The reason why I didn't get any more stuff from that sale is because I already got a lot of stuff. There's no need to get more, all right? You guys know, if I walk into a place, if I see it, I'm walking back home with it. So luckily for me, my local hobby store has a lot of goodies in stock, all right? But sometimes you got to look out there, man. Sometimes there's great sales. Like on holiday weekends, like that Black Friday sale, DDM, Detroit Performance. Look at that. I got a nice box over there from Detroit Performance. We're going to have to do a video of that. That's going to be a super big, important video for that. So stay tuned for that. All right. Now, you guys know I do not need any more flywheels, but I got more. All right, I got another Lightning flywheel. I'm just afraid that Dark Soul may stop doing this, so I got a bunch of these. All right, here's the part number, DDM DR362, Lightning flywheel. Okay, carburetor. Before we get to the carburetor, guys, super important. Get out there and get these, man. I'm telling you. Before, you never know if they're not going to be around. Here's the part number. Cooling clutch plate, man. RB Innovations, bro. Where is the part number? Ah, man. Listen, go on DDM and get yourself these, man. All right? Check it out. Cooling clutch plate. All right? I got these here. I got not one, but two of them. All right? These are awesome. I will be using that here. Especially when I'll be reusing this stock clutch. Listen, I can put a new clutch in here right now. But I kind of like this clutch. It's like, I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. I'm going to keep hitting it. All I do know is I had a ton of gravel and crap that went in there and started chewing that crap off. But it did grip well. And it's like metal or something. You know? See that? It's not like a regular clutch. So, I don't know. It was grabbing good. I was doing wheelies with it all the time with it. So, it's good. I'm not even changing the spring or anything. All right? So, what we will be doing is cooling this sucker. Because you know this thing got hot. Get them while you can. Now, let's talk carburetor. Carburetor. I had a bunch of 990s. I got some modified 990s, which is way too... You cannot put a Rooster Tail 990 in here. Sorry, bro. All right? You could... So, anyway, I had plenty of stock 990s, but I'm using them on other engines. Not only that, I gave my last one to a friend of mine, and now I had none. I do have one in the garage. Let's take you over there. Just a quick look. I have been cleaning up in here. I could almost move here now. Look at this, guys. I can actually walk through here. It's been a couple of years, man. Look at my workbench is starting to get little by little cleaned up. It almost looks like how it used to look like. All right, I still have to take a lot of things out of here, but now I could pretty much almost work on my dad's quad. I had to clean up this garage because it was just crazy. And my old man's ATV is here from upstate, which I got to work on. I may do a video, I may not, of that. Now, we're over here. We're going to talk about this carburetor. This is the only 990 carburetor I got left. Right here. All right? And I have not used this carburetor in years. This 990 carburetor does not have bearings on the shaft. All right? This is an old 990 carburetor that I got with an old OBR modified G290 engine. All right? That's on my Chrome Low C5T. That one. Yo, that G290 modified, full mod from OBR is a bad bitch, okay? It's a little engine, it's a bad bitch. And now that I'm thinking of it, man, I may even use that old G290 engine, OBR, that's on my Chrome 5T on a Baja, all right? Because it can and it does push my Low C5T around like no joke. But anyway, see this carburetor? I was gonna even do a video. This carburetor has been a lot of fuel, regular gasoline, pump gas has been through there. All right, so the diaphragms in this guy are just stiff as hell. All right, I was gonna do a rebuild on this, and I have plenty of rebuild diaphragms, rebuild kit. So my friend's like, oh, do a rebuild on the carburetor. A lot of guys, they may want to do a rebuild instead of buying new ones. You just rebuild these, man. You know what I'm saying? So I have a bunch of them. I got a bunch of rebuild kits here. Actually, I think I have it downstairs. Yeah, so I got rebuild kits for this. It's downstairs in another box. That you replace all the diaphragms, the gaskets, and voila, you clean all the journals, clean out everything, and voila, you got yourself a new 990 carburetor all over again. Understand? And then if you want, you can change the spring. You can get you can put a different spring with different tensions on it, so it'll keep dumping fuel on the top end. But do not do that on smaller engines or even some modified engines. You know, if you have an oversized 32 a full modified, or a 34 full modified, or like a high compression 30.5, and if you're drag racing only, then change the spring on it. Right, so you're getting fuel dumping on the top end, still dumping fuel. Right, do not do that spring if you're bashing around. Right, it's just too much air, too much. You're gonna be going through spark plugs like crazy. Right, you want a 990 is good enough. It's already a performance carburetor without being modified. All right, it will make your engine breathe well, especially if you're bashing. All right, if you're just out there bashing in dirt, if you're not out there drag racing, needing and wanting that extra air and fuel flow, just go with stock 990 carburetors. It's already a performance carburetor. You understand? All right, so don't be changing those springs for no reason. Yeah, so since I decided not to do the rebuild of that carburetor, yes, I have it. I can always rebuild it and use it if I ever need it. I should have done that. Just rebuilt that older carburetor and freshen it up and run it here, but I just wound up buying a brand new one. Here's the part number, DDM. I got it from a sale, from Black Friday sale. There's the part number, all right? So, stock 990. They call it modified 990 because it's got the ball bearing and the shaft. That's the one I highly recommend everyone get. All right, here's a closer look. Nothing special, just bone stock 990 carb. Okay. Nothing polished, nothing ported. It's just a good carburetor, all around good carb. Now, if you're new to this hobby, if you're a newbie, if you have issues starting these engines, if you can't get the hang of pulling it, knowing your piston stroke, knowing where your piston is to help you actually help start the engine for you. If you're a guy that must have a choke on it, I don't like choke carburetors, but if you're a guy that has to have it's easier for you to start an engine with a choke. The next carburetor I would highly recommend you guys to use is an 1107. All right, it's a little bit of a performance carburetor, and it's got the choke. So you guys know, you put the choke on first before putting choke or whatever. Even with a choke, you go up and down with the piston a few times. Then you pop. Try to grab the cord. Try to get that feeling. Know when it's hooked. Know more or less where your piston is at. Then once it connects, pull on it. If you hear an explosion, like a brap, or if you hear your engine make a sound, stop. Do not keep pulling it. Go to your choke. Take it off choke. With the other hand, give it a little air. Try to grab your piston again. Try to grab your pull start. Pull on it. It should start from there. Sometimes 2 or 3 pulls. Most of the time, the second pull from there, it should run, or the third time should run. All right. And if it runs and it dies, open the throttle a bit. It needs throttle. Your engine is cold. Just give it some gas. All right. Start it up. Once it runs, right away, give it a little fuel. Give it a little fuel. Do not let it stall out. Do not let it idle. Don't go to idle right away because your engine is cold. You got to warm it up. Oh yeah, before I forget, man, I was gonna mention this to you earlier when we were talking about 990 carburetors. You want to get this, they call it a modified carburetor, but it's not like a modified rooster tail. It's not ported, it's not polished, nothing has been bored out. It's just a performance 990 carburetor. But the reason why they call it a modified is because they drill this out and they put bearings here. All right, that's what you want. You want that. All right, it's not worth you drilling it out, getting the kit, and doing it yourself. Yes, you can do that. It's a pretty easy job to do. But what for? You can just buy it already done. All right, that way you know it was done right. But if you want a challenge, then go ahead and do it. But the reason why you want these bearings here and this shaft here is because it will keep dirt out better. It will last longer compared to the one that doesn't have the bearing. So when you constantly open and close, and no bearing is there, when the regular stock way, little by little it bores. You're gonna start having play in there. This shaft will start moving side to side. So if that moves side to side, if you have some play in there, what's gonna happen? You're gonna have air leaks, like a nitro engine with a pull start. You're gonna have air leaks. You guys know any gas engine, 2-stroke especially, don't like no air leaks. The less air leaks, the better. You understand? So that's the whole point of this bearing and why they call it a modified 990. All right, guys. So listen, I'm gonna stop yip-yapping for a bit. Let me get busy here a little bit. Let me start dismantling things. There's no need for me to film that. I just got myself some gin and juice here. Nice, big mason jar of it. And I'm planning on being here all night. So let's do this, man. Stay tuned until I get back to you guys.